Hi, y'all. My name is Gabrielle, founder of Supported Skies Yoga and Wellness. And today we'll be doing a sugar and spice and everything nice inspired flow for our sugarcane pose. And for me personally, I feel like sugarcane pose is a great representation for building or tapping into our curiosity and also trying something new, which enhances our creativity not only on our mat within our body, but also off of our mat. So, from an anatomical standpoint, this posture, sugarcane pose, is a great hip opener, and also it's a heart opener, which can help or assist with our posture. We're also engaging our core muscles or our abdominals, which can help with stability and balance. And there's also some arm strength as well, as we'll be doing a variation from our mat to assist with grounding you a little bit more and also making it a little bit more accessible as well in our practice. So, as always, if you have pillows or blankets or maybe some bolsters around, you can grab that to support you. And also, if you have your yoga blocks, which are not needed, but always great to help you maneuver a little bit better with ease getting into the pose, you can grab your yoga blocks as well. So go ahead and get what you need, and let's go ahead and let's start on our mat shortly. So to begin our practice, we'll go ahead and start in our easy seated pose. And as always, knowing that this is just an option, so if you want to lie down or be seated in a chair, you can do that as well. And maybe placing your pillows or blankets underneath your bottom or your knees. Or if you're lying down, you can place it underneath your neck if that feels comfortable. Closing the eyes or lowering the gaze. And if you decide to keep the eyes open, maybe finding a focal point within your space to concentrate on as we come into our breathing technique to begin. So breathing normally here as you relax the shoulders and find length in your spine wherever you are. Relax the palms or place one palm on the chest and maybe the other on the belly. And begin to inhale through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3. Exhale out of the mouth for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Exhale out of the mouth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back to your normal breathing. And as a reminder, knowing that you can come back to this breathing technique if you're feeling anxious or worried. And knowing that when you extend your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales, it can help to calm you down a little bit more. And either keeping the eyes closed or staying open, bring the palms together. And as always, think of one thing that you're grateful for. And also in honor of our sugarcane pose, maybe thinking of something that you've been wanting to try for a long time, a new adventure, something that piques your curiosity. And once you get off your mat, maybe trying to implement that into your daily schedule when you're ready and when you're comfortable. And we'll come back into the present moment, opening the eyes, bringing the palms down, and we'll come into our body rolls. So rotating to the left, we're rolling to the left. So moving however you feel intuitively. Maybe your circles are small or large. If you want to incorporate the neck into the movement as well, you can. Just kind of moving all that energy around, just warming up the spine. And when you're ready, reverse the circles in the opposite direction. And we'll come back into a neutral spine. And on the inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. So coming into our shoulder rolls, releasing tension here that we may store in this area, not even knowing. And exhale, bring the shoulders back up. And reverse. Exhale, bring them forward and down. Inhale, slowly bring them up and release back down. And we'll come onto our bottom into our deer pose. So if you do have your blankets or pillows or blocks, you can bring those along. So bring the left foot in towards your groin, and the right shin will be parallel with the long edge of your mat. So if you have sensitive knees like me, you may place a pillow underneath your shin. And if you have an additional pillow or block or a towel, you can place that prop underneath your left hip, just to ground your hip or bottom down to the earth. Walk the palms out in front of you. Gaze floats up as you relax the shoulders for a slight back bend here. Exhale, walk the palms over to the left side of your mat for a twist. Gaze may come over towards that left shoulder. Exhale, walk the palms over to the right. Take your time. And gaze may float to the right shoulder as well. Inhale, walk the palms back to center. Gaze floats up, slight back bend. And exhale, begin to hinge over or flex over that left hip, coming into a forward fold. So if you need to place a block or pillow underneath the forehead, you can do so as well. As you inhale and exhale out of the mouth. Allowing ourselves to release here as we open up our hips in this pose. Inhale, walk the palms in towards the body as you push yourself back up. Hold for a second. And exhale, come back onto your bottom and we'll turn to the opposite side. So this time our left shin will be parallel with the long edge of our mat. Place your pillow or blanket underneath your shin if you need to, and flex that left ankle. Bring the right foot in towards your groin and place a block underneath your right hip or a pillow if you need to ground your body down towards the mat. Inhale, palms walk out in front of us. And on the exhale, twist to the right, walking the palms over. Not forcing it, so being gentle with your body. Exhale, begin to walk the palms over to the left, staying grounded, still connected to your mat. Inhale, walk the palms back to center. Gaze can float up, slight back bend. And exhale, release, forward fold. Coming into our full expression of our deer. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhale, palms connect to the mat. Slowly come back up. And exhale, come into our tabletop just for a second. So So patting your knees with your pillow or your blanket. Our shoulders are stacked right over our wrists, knees are hip width distance apart. Push the ground away from you, tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift up off of your mat for a second. Shift the weight back into the heels. Hold and exhale with knees bent. Shift the belly down towards the thighs. Maybe the heels are off of the mat or lower them down. Nice and broad in your chest here in your down dog. So if you need to pedal out the feet, or maybe you rock onto the balls of the feet, which I like to do. Just warm up the calves and my ankles. And on the inhale, gaze comes to the top of the mat. Slowly walk the feet towards the top. Soft bend in the knees once you make it there as you draw the belly towards the thighs. Back of the palms can come to your lower back or your lumbar spine, or interlace the fingers and reach the palms up towards the sky as much as it feels comfortable in the shoulders. Inhale, root into the feet. Use your belly, your legs to come up. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, float them past heart center and place them on the hips. So coming into our balancing pose, bring the left foot towards the center of the mat. Inhale, right toes connect to the mat. So your toes may stay to the mat or lift the right foot up, flex at the right ankle. And we'll come into hip circles. In this movement, if your toes are connected to the mat, just outwardly rotate the hip and draw it back in. So still finding mobility in that hip joint wherever you may be. And take your time. Inhale, draw right knee back up towards the belly, and with your left palm, grab your right shin. Right palm can stay on the hip as you gaze behind you. And if you stay here, or you can stay here, or reach the right arm back behind you for a twist. If your toes are on the mat, you can keep them on the mat and still twist. And work your way up when you're ready. Inhale, come back to center, palms connect to the hips, ground into the left foot, extend the right foot back, pivot the right heel so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat, open the arms out into a T, warrior two. You may need to scoot that left leg a little bit further in front of you, so adjust as needed. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, right palm comes to the right leg, left arm in line with the left ear, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, right arm comes forward to meet the left. So as if you're pressing against a ball or a balloon here, relax your shoulders. Exhale, reach in front of you and extend the arms back into your airplane arms. Draw the shoulder blades to the midline. Exhale, interlace the palms, and we'll come into a slight back bend here. Exhale, begin to hinge forward into your humble warrior. So once again, if this is too much on the shoulder, palms can come to the hips, or the back of the palms can come to your lower back as you hinge forward here. Ground into your feet. Exhale, release palms down to frame your left foot and step the left leg to meet the right for a plank. Exhale, float the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. This time on the inhale, walk the left foot to the center of the mat, draw the right knee in, and slowly step it forward. So if you have your blocks, you can place them here to the top of your mat. And inhale, reach the arms out into a T. Pivot the back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat, warrior two. Exhale, left palm comes to the left leg, right arm in line with the right ear, reverse warrior. So feel a stretch in the side body as you lengthen. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, this time the left palm or arm comes to the front of your mat. Take your time. Energetically squeeze the palms towards one another. Exhale, reach in front of you and airplane those arms back behind you. Exhale, clasp the palms together or place them on your lower back as we come into our back bend. Ground into your glutes here and that back leg. Exhale, release, humble warrior. Inhale, palms can come to the hips or down to your blocker mat. And slowly step the left foot in. So coming into our balancing pose as you lift the left knee up towards the belly. Palms can come to the hips as we take our hip circles in the other direction. And always remember, you can place the left toes down to your mat and open the hip inwards and outwards. Inhale, left knee comes to center, right palm comes to the left shin. The left palm comes to your hip as you gaze behind you, wherever you are, or extend the left arm behind you for your twist. Inhale here. It's okay if you fall out. And exhale, release the left foot down. And you can shake it out. Shake out those legs, shake out those hands. So engaging our leg muscles here. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center, hips or feet hip width distance apart. Our palms are wide. Coming into our mountain pose. Finding stillness as you ground into the feet. Engage your glutes and stay nice and lifted and tall. Exhale, release. Inhale, palms come to the hips, and we'll step out towards the wide edge of our mat, coming into our wide leg stance. So our toes will face the outer edges of our mat or the corner of our mat. Our heels will come in. And envision drawing your inner thighs together as you reach the arms up into our 5-pointed star. So you can stay here. Exhale, draw the elbows down and begin to bend the knees into our yogi squat or goddess pose. So knees go back towards your big toe and draw the belly in as your tailbone points down to protect your lower back here. Breathing. Inhale, come back up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, release into your yogi squat. So you don't have to go too deep. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, yogi squat. And staying here, interlace the palms behind you just like we did earlier. Draw the chest forward. You might be feeling it here. And inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, palms come to the hips and rotate the toes so the outer edges are parallel with the short edge of your mat. Begin to hinge forward as you're drawing the belly toward your thighs. Reach the arms out in front of you just for a stretch for a second. And exhale, walk the palms back so they're parallel with the inner arches of your feet in your forward fold. And if you have blocks or some stacked pillows, you can place your palms on those as well. Bring the earth to you here for support. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, come to the tips of the fingers, halfway lift. With a flat back, shift the weight to the center of your feet. Exhale, release here. Inhale, we'll halfway lift. And this time, walk the palms slowly over to the left side of your mat as if you're coming into a lunge. And then lower the left knee down and right knee down to your mat. So we'll come into our sugar cane pose. So pad your knees if you need to with your pillow or blanket. And we'll come back into our tabletop position. Walk the left palm into the center of the mat and begin to turn your right foot so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Ground into the foot, reach the right arm up to the sky. So holding here with your left shoulder in line with your left wrist. And on the inhale, lift your right leg up. So that right leg can stay on the mat or lift it up, and this might be your sugar cane pose. So envision pushing the wall back behind you, engage your core. And if you want to take it further, exhale, bend the right knee, and maybe your right palm comes to the top of your right thigh, or you reach for that right ankle as you open the chest, push that right foot back behind you for your sugar cane. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhale, release the right leg. Out in front, hold for a second. And exhale, let it go. Come back to your tabletop and take some cat-cows as you round the spine for your cow. And exhale. Round the spine for your cat. And inhale, draw the chest forward for your cow. So take a few rounds here. And on your final round, we'll come back into a neutral spine. And we'll take our sugar cane pose the opposite way. So let me turn around so you can see me a little bit better here. Coming back into that tabletop, walk the right palm to the center of the mat and turn your left heel down to face your mat here. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. So you may stay here in your sugar cane pose or lift that left leg off of your mat. So inwardly rotate from your thigh. Either stay here, bend the leg, either reach for your thigh or your left ankle in your sugar cane. So really draw that left shoulder back. And if you like, the gaze can come down to your mat. Inhale, extend the left leg out behind you, hold. And release everything back down to your mat. And take your cat-cows again. Inhaling, shine the chest forward. Find extension in your spine and exhale, round your spine here. And continuing to move as you connect your breath. After you take your final round, we'll come back to a neutral spine. And we'll come onto the bottom just for a second to take some wrist stretches. So no need to rush to get there. Reach the arms out in front of you with fists made. And we'll take circles in one direction. Since we put some pressure on the wrist. And reverse in the opposite direction. Then clasp the palms together and take your circles in one direction. And exhale, reverse the circles. Release the palms and we'll come into a wide-legged stance. Or seated wide-legged stance. So legs go out into a V shape. And if you like, you can place pillows or blankets underneath the knees or underneath your bottom. If the back of the legs are still tight, with a long spine, walk the palms forward and come into a forward fold here. Just to counteract the openness of our chest in our sugar cane pose. Inhale, exhale, release. On the next inhale, walk the palms back towards your body. And we'll come into our final resting pose or our shavasana. So slowly draw the knees in. Take your time. And in your final resting pose, you can stay upright, back into your chair if you want to, or come down to lie on your mat, adding your blankets or pillows for a short shavasana today. Relax the palms down to your sides or maybe on your knees or thighs. Centering yourself as you come back into your breath. Remembering to extend your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales. Closing the eyes or finding that focal point in your room. And as you find your final resting pose, I'd like to share a mindful message from the mindful message card or deck of cards, New Adventures. Today I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. New adventures. So you can either stay here for a little bit longer in your final resting pose or meet us back into our easy seated pose. Taking your time as we conclude with our 3 rounds of cleansing breath as a union, as a collective, by inhaling through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. And this final one on your own. So as always, I would like to thank you again for joining me on the mat. And I hope that this practice served you and you feel a little bit more better, feel a little bit better in your body and also in your mind. So thank you again, and hope to see you again on the mat as well. So thank you and namaste. Hey y'all, so I hope you enjoyed the sugar and spice sugar cane inspired flow. Say that 3 times, but I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how your body felt. If you have any suggestions or feedback as well for me, so I can continue to grow and support our wonderful community. And also, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at supportedskiesyoga, and I also have my bio site link in the description. So go ahead and check that out and sign up for upcoming newsletters for when I'm doing any in person or virtual classes as well, so we can stay connected. So I hope to see you again on the mat soon, and I will see y'all later. Bye.